who I've met in a national forest in Florida, and he has asked me to step inside his van and give him my very first impressions. So he's kind of carefully guarded the inside of his van. I have never seen the inside of it. I'm wondering if there are any dead bodies or something in there, but I suspect not. And so I'm going to step inside and give you my very first impressions of what he's done with his little home. And my good friend Carolyn is the camera woman today, and so she will zoom in, and then I will go in and we'll do a regular tour. So here we go. Here's the tour of Walt's 2002 Safari minivan. So the big unveil, I'm going to open the door. First time I've seen it. Step in, sit down right here, okay? My very first impressions. Well, it's an excellent use of space. It's high. You've used all the space. There's a shelf in the back. That's making really good use of the space. I like everything I see. Lots of small touches that really make use. I see one piece of furniture that he has just, this was from home.
Actually picked up in a thrift store.
It's a thrift store piece of furniture, so it costs nothing, I'm sure, and makes an excellent use of it here. And then something else on top of it, and I'll show you all that in a minute. It doesn't make much sense right now, I know that. But really good use of space. Looks like a comfortable bed. It's a home you could live in for the rest of your life, as far as I'm concerned, and be very, very comfortable. 2 thumbs up. I'm giving Walt an A+ for his really nice van. Walt's a new friend. I'm in Florida, as you probably know, taking care of my mom. It's June of 2017. And I am, what's the name of this national forest?
Apalachicola.
Apalachicola.
Yes.
Is that pretty close?
Named after the town of Apalachicola.
Apalachicola.
Yeah, cola.
After Coca-Cola. No,
Sort of.
just kidding. And so that's where we are. And Walt is living full time and boondocking and moving site to site. And I just thought it was really interesting because, of course, Florida is one of the warmer places year round. And of course, it's miserably hot in the summer. It's been pretty warm and lots of bugs. But so there are negatives. But maybe you're interested in boondocking and living in Florida. And so we're going to learn all about that. Walt doesn't want to be on film, which is fine. A lot of you, if you've watched me for long, you know I have people that experience that. And he's in a 2002 Safari, GMC Safari. Yep. We'll just meet him, walk around. I know these are boring when you can't see the person, but I'll try and do a better job of filming it so it isn't quite so boring. So let's take a look at his rig. So, how do you end up here in the National Forest in Florida?
Well, I grew up in this area, and having lived here, I travel all around these different sites. And when I was setting up and getting ready to do van dwelling, I decided to go out and look at these places. So I went and visited them, clocked the mileage everywhere, see how close they are to cell phone or internet or the library or the beach. Mainly the beach. The beach is my place to stay.
So you're down on the Gulf Coast?
On the Gulf Coast.
Uh-huh.
In North Central Florida is what we call ourselves here. Central North Florida. How about that?
Give people a cross-reference. Do you mind saying the nearest big city?
We are south of Tallahassee. My sister was a seamstress and the sewer and a lot of the designer of the inside stuff. My brother-in-law with his mechanical abilities got my tilt solar going here, which you can put up and down in 5 minutes.
So one of the people, people want to cover the basics. How are you supporting yourself here? Are you retired? You're independently wealthy?
I'm retired from work, but I'm not technically retired to get Social Security and my state pension. I have a lot of years in with the state that I'll get when I hit 62. I'm just a little under that right now.
So I think you said next year?
And I'm basically living off my savings, yes.
So you just was done with the rat race and decided to live wild and free Nomad?
Being a single senior around here, this is a college town in Tallahassee, so all of your rooms are $800 a month to share a room with poor people. You share a room with somebody, you got a twin bed on one side and a dresser. I've got that.
Yeah. You wouldn't have this backyard.
That's for sure. Or my front yard. I call this my room with a view.
So let's talk about your budget. Do you mind?
Oh, no, not at all.
And so you're living off your savings.
Right.
You said this is how much money I had in savings. Apparently you were pretty wise and thought ahead to your retirement.
True.
And so you said I need this to last 2 years or however long until you turn 62. And then you divided that by the number of months, and that's what you're living on. Is that about
now,
right?
What I did was put aside a reserve, of course. My food budget is totally separate. I don't believe you should have your pocket money buying your food. You have a food budget at home when you live in a house. You know how much you can spend and how much you get paid.
Right.
So my food budget is separate. I live on $250 a month traveling expenses.
Other than, which is not food.
Which is not food. That's $100 in my pockets for any incidentals I need, and $150 worth of gas, and that'll take me pretty far. I'll do work camping and such as that, just to supplement my income because I want to do something different.
So one of the questions everyone's going to ask is, how do you go to the bathroom? You're out here now. You do go to places where there are a surprising number of places.
I mean, 4 or 5 of my days in a 6 or 7 day week are the places that have flush toilets and showers and fresh water and everything else, even though I'm not camping there. I mean, from where we're standing right now, I'm 20 miles away from the beach. And at that beach, there's a nice, beautiful freshwater shower 20 feet away from the ocean. Water to fill up my jugs, a flush toilet, everything you need.
For showers, you actually have showers.
I do have with me a 2-gallon sprayer bottle converted with the sink sprayer to it.
So are you finding much problem with the rangers here?
The rangers are very good. They're very on their jobs. You do not want to overstay your 2-week stay. And you do need to make sure you know where you are. The national forests around here are so interspersed with private property that you can be on someone else's land and not even know it. So just be really careful.
Okay, and you have solar, obviously.
Yes.
And how much solar do you have?
200 watts of energy. And I have their little, what is it, WPM or PWM something?
PWM.
Controller. Just a little stupid controller, but it does an adequate job. The only thing I'm finding is I need more storage.
Bugs are fierce here in Florida, and so this is your net to keep the windows open.
Right. These are no-see-ums. They're custom made by my sister, and they actually slip on like a glove, basically. You can open the door.
And
you don't need to take that off. I'm just showing people that magnets hold it on. Yes. And what else is part of my hand is the design of it, in that it cups over the top. It's like an envelope, basically. It fits in space. In the back is my batteries. Right now I have 2 6 volts converted to 12 volt deep cycles. Unfortunately, that's where my problem lies, is with my batteries, is that when I went to Sam's to buy them, I grabbed the wrong ones, and I ended up with 75 amp batteries instead of 205 amp batteries.
Right.
And so then I was stuck with them. So.
Right.
Do you like to see inside, or?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Batteries in the battery boxes. You carry your own hose with a sprayer so you can wash the van when you get to the water can. Here's my shower, distilled water for the batteries, and this is a spare ice chest that I just keep covered up because of the dust coming in.
Now I've been inside. We shot that little video, and I am very impressed. You've done just a tremendous job. I think this is about the best that you can, most efficient in the use of the space you can in an Astro or any minivan. The bed behind the passenger, the driver's seat.
Right. Well, I knew what components I had to have, and so I just basically in an empty van sat down and laid it out.
So now to just relax, there's your chase lounge.
Absolutely.
And it just lifts.
And it has 3 different settings.
So here's the TV, which would swing around. It's a
little
swivel.
$63 from Walmart.
So looking at the door back, this is some kind of just a standard.
Yeah, it seemed to be like a student desk or secretary desk or something, but there's your table. Now this thing, I have cooked on it just to test it, and I tend to like to do it differently now, but it works great for a prep table or an eating table or whatever you got. Speaking of eating,
So this was just a thrift store.
$20 at the thrift store.
$20 at the thrift store, and boy, that's
Now,
just perfect in
It
here.
is now right on the front shelf as well. Pulls out.
Oh, one of these does.
This one here.
Oh, okay.
Now what you have in there right now is my Coleman 2-burner stove, which I never use. I hate hooking up the propane. I got a 20-pound propane tank hiding in the back there that's never been filled up. But I've come upon this little butane stove that does wonders. And he's hiding right down here.
So there's your butane. You just pull it out.
And I can use that in this van. I can actually, it doesn't get hot underneath.
Right.
So that I can actually set it on top of the case.
Right.
And use it, brings it up a little higher.
So, and I love this thing. I mean, this just really gives you a lot of organization.
That my sister found it at Goodwill. It seems to be like a mail sorter's carry bag. It came with a carrying harness. It's got 4 sections in it. It has Velcro hard sides that can come up and separate it. So I decided to just use it in that way.
And here you have your Ed Star 12-volt compressor fridge.
43 quart.
And you got 200 watts, so that's probably plenty.
Yeah. It runs, my wattage will run the fridge no problem. I don't ever have a problem with it not running. What I want to do is run 2 fans and one off that inverter back there. So
right.
When you turn on the inverter and that extra 110 fan, you know, you're burning some power. Now you can't see it, but these towers that hold up that shelf you talked about yesterday, each serves separate purposes. The one on the left holds my inverter straight up and down. It also holds everything off the wall, a good 4 to 6 inches depending upon which side, so that the refrigerator can vent, so the inverter can vent, and everything else.
So is this something you made, this shelf unit across here?
Yes. That works as a great stool.
So how much was this?
About, I think, $30, maybe 25 or 30.
From Amazon?
No, from Walmart.
But Amazon sells them.
Okay.
But you're right, I've seen them at...
It has a nice top. This is a nice carrier to give, and they even send you chemicals to go with it. That gets out of the way. The top sits right on top. It's got a lady bucket in it, which is a thoroughly good to use bucket with a nice handle. Take down to the creek if you want. It's in there. Of course, I keep my trash bags and handy wipes and everything in there. You got to thank Walmart. Walmart bags fit this perfectly. Double them up and you're good to go. And actually, you probably say, well, where do you use such a thing? You use it sitting right here, looking out this beautiful window out in my world, cocked up, which is tinted and nobody can see.
Well, folks, there you have it. Today we met Walt, and we learned a lot of things. Astro Safari is a small minivan, but you can make it really comfortable. How much do you think you've got invested in this?
The van itself, with tax and tag and title, was about $2,500.
$2,500 for the rig.
I did buy heavy on getting a good refrigerator,
right?
A good inverter, a decent TV. Everything that I got was quality to a certain degree. Not expensive, but just quality. And in doing that, I probably have $2,000, maybe $2,500, if you include the repairs I had to make to the van.
So there you have it, folks. For $5,000, Walt has got his nice van, good shape, did some repairs, bought everything in it, very comfortable, all the necessities of home. He can cook, he's got refrigeration, he's got TV, entertainment, everything you need he has, and for less than $5,000. So you can do it. You're going to have to probably take some time, do some, if you have a couple of years, you have before you actually can do this, start setting aside $100, $200 a month. Most of us can probably do that, set aside a couple $100 a month. Start looking now for a good van, find the van, drive it and make repairs as you need them. Start adding things one at a time, build the bed, get the fridge, get the, watch thrift stores and build whatever you need. You can do this. This is what Walt has done is exceptional, but you can do it too. It's exceptional, but not really all that difficult. And I think all of you can do that. So I hope you've learned something today and you enjoyed the video. I hope you'll watch us on all our videos as they come out. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll visit with you next time.